So as we talk about what Colombia gets right, why it's so misunderstood, here's what's being missed. However, your setup is the best example because what's not being talked about is entrepreneurship.
So I started with the rum. Colombia has some of the most beautiful, wonderful, well regarded rum in the world, but they're small lots. But as rum started getting better, I needed to find better chocolate to go with these rums to be able to pair these. And that's kind of where I was prior to pandemic. Now, when pandemic hit, I had to close my shop down. In my shop, I sold these rums, I sold chocolates. And they turned off the air conditioning. All that chocolate, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of chocolate, just all completely melted. So of course I cried a little bit.
You called me and we talked about it.
Yeah, yeah. And then I retempered it and started making these little truffles, and that started selling well, so I wouldn't lose all that, and that sold well. And then I was buying more chocolate, and then I realized that the quality wasn't up to par. So as I kept going, I kept seeing the cacao trees, and that's kind of where we started kind of getting that mindset of how much do you make from this. And we were noticing that they were making peanuts really for what it's worth. And that's where slowly we started doing these programs to where we would start purchasing their cacao. And then late 2020, I made my first little bit of chocolate, and then it just kind of kept growing, and I got better and better. And now I work directly with the farmers and making some of the best chocolate that this country has seen.
And I've tasted it. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
and at the same time, we've been able to help so many people, and we have these beautiful programs. I don't have these on all the farms, but the price of the cacao, where they used to make like $2, now they're getting upwards or up to $18. So it's a massive life change for these. But here's where it gets tricky. There's quite a few things that they have to do to get that maximum price. So they have to have all their safety equipment, because before there used to be accidents, bone fingers, etc. No underage people working on the farms, or no one under 16. And they have to do the proper fermenting and toasting, drying, etc. But where it gets interesting is to get those extra $4, the maximum that you can. It depends on the farmer's children's GPA. So according to what their kids' grades are, is what I would pay them for the cacao. So that was this massive incentive to make sure that the kids are not working in the farms like they usually do, and that they're hitting the books. And now, I mean, we have a kid that not only is he the first one to graduate from high school, but he's the first one to be in college.
I love this. I love this.
And we were
Wow.
we were a little part of that.
That's
So it's very, very cool.